Welcome all to Vectors class 17. In this we'll discuss about vector product or cross product. So if you are multiplying two vectors and the resultant, if you are getting a vector, then we should go for cross product, or it is known as nothing but a vector product. So it is represented by a vector cross b vector is equal to, this is having a magnitude which is equal to a b sine theta, and it is a vector, so its direction is represented by a unit vector, let's say n cap. Now we'll discuss why we are writing a b sine theta over here. Suppose if you are having a vector, let's say a vector, and another vector we can take it as nothing but b vector, an angle between a vector and b vector is equal to theta. So we know how to resolve this b into components. So component of b perpendicular to the direction of a vector is nothing but b sine theta. So this cross product is defined as nothing but the product of one of the vector, which is a vector, into the component of other vector, which is b vector, in a direction perpendicular to the direction of a vector. So a into component of b perpendicular to that, b sine theta. That's why we are writing this a cross b is having a magnitude of ab sine theta. Now we'll discuss how to find out the direction of this a vector cross b vector, which we'll find out by using a right hand thumb rule. You might be heard about this right hand thumb rule to find out the direction of magnetic field in a current carrying conductor. Same right hand thumb rule, we are going to use it over here. So if you are having a vector along this direction, let's say a vector, and another vector along this direction, let's say it is represented by b vector. Now if our aim is to find out the value of a vector cross b vector, so our curly finger should be in the direction of a to b. So this curly finger should be in this direction from a to b. Then this thumb will give the direction of a vector cross b vector. So we can observe that as an example. Suppose if this is representing our b vector, and let's say this is representing our a vector. So if you are holding your curly fingers in such a way that if it is moving from a to b, so we can observe that this thumb will be perpendicular to this surface. So if you are keeping your book, then we can say that it will be perpendicular to the book and outward. So that is the direction of a vector cross b vector. At the same time, if I am going for b vector cross a vector, so we can observe that our curly finger should be in clockwise direction. So you can hold your thumb in downward direction. So you can observe that this curly finger is from b to a. So according to this diagram, we can say that b cross a is in a direction perpendicular to this plane or perpendicular to your paper and in downward direction. So we can say that the direction of a cross b and direction of b cross a are opposite. So we cannot say that the value of a cross b is equal to b cross a. The direction of a cross b and b cross a are opposite. So we'll write a cross b is not equal to b cross a, or you can write a vector cross b vector is equal to nothing but minus of b vector cross a vector, because both the vectors are having same magnitude of ab sine theta, but direction is opposite. But in case of dot product, the value of a dot b and the value of b dot a are same. Now from the equation, that is a vector cross b vector is equal to nothing but a b sine theta, we can write if the value of this theta is equal to 0, then the value of a vector cross b vector will be equal to a into b into sine 0. Sine 0 is equal to 0. Then we will get the answer as nothing but 0. But it is a vector quantity, so we should write or represent it by 0 vector. Next condition, we can write if this theta is equal to nothing but 90 degree, then the value of a vector cross b vector will have its maximum value, because sine 90 is nothing but plus 1. So we'll get the value as nothing but a into b in magnitude. So we can write magnitude of a cross b is equal to ab when theta is equal to 90 degree. Same as like that, we can write if theta is equal to nothing but 180 degree, the value of a vector cross b vector sine 180 is also equal to 0. So this can be represented by 0 vector. Just remember that the result should be a vector quantity, so we should write this a cross b as 0 vector, not just 0. So remember that vector product of two parallel vectors is always equal to 0. So in question, if two vectors are given parallel, then we'll go for their cross product is equal to 0. And in question, if it is given that two vectors are perpendicular, then we'll go for dot product is equal to 0. And one more important thing, just remember that the direction of A cross B is always perpendicular to A vector and B vector. Consider a situation in which we are constructing a parallelogram with sides A vector and B vector, and our aim is to find out what about the area of this parallelogram. So you might be knowing the equation for area of a parallelogram, that is equal to nothing but base into height. So we can write base h into base b into height h. Over here we can observe that if the angle between A vector and B vector is theta, so this one is nothing but representing the value of height h. And if we are resolving this B vector into components, so we can write component of B vector along this direction is nothing but B sine theta, which we can take it as nothing but h. And our base is nothing but equal to the magnitude of A vector. So this area can be written as nothing but A into B sine theta. So the magnitude of this area is equal to AB sine theta, and we can say that which is equal to nothing but the magnitude of A vector cross B vector. So just remember that area of parallelogram formed by vectors A vector and B vector is equal to the magnitude of A vector cross B vector. Now consider a situation in which we are constructing a triangle with A vector and B vector, and we are going to find out what about the value of area of this triangle. So we know that area of triangle is equal to nothing but half into base into height. Over here, while resolving this B vector, we can find out what about the value of this height h. So we can write over here this height h is equal to the component of B along this direction, we can take it as nothing but B sine theta. And the base is equal to nothing but the value of A. So we can write the area of this triangle is equal to nothing but half into base can be written as nothing but A, and height can be written as nothing but B sine theta. Now we can observe that this AB sine theta is representing the magnitude of A vector cross B vector. So we can write the magnitude of A cross B divided by 2 will give the value of area of triangle. Now we'll discuss about vector product of standard unit vectors. That means if we are going for I cap cross I cap, then we can write this will be equal to 1 into sine 0, which is equal to nothing but 0. So we can write this I cross I will be equal to, or J cross J will be equal to, K cross A is equal to nothing but 0 vector. Now we'll discuss if you are going for I vector cross J vector, then what will be the result. So by using right hand thumb rule, if you are going for x vector cross y vector, our thumb will be along the direction of z axis, and its magnitude is equal to 1, because we can write this is 1, its magnitude is 1 into sine of 90 degrees. Sine 90 is also equal to 1, so it is having a magnitude of 1, and direction is along the z axis. So vector of magnitude 1 along z axis is represented by k cap. So we can write this I vector cross j vector is equal to nothing but k cap. Same as like that, we can write if you are going for j vector cross k vector, you can use this right hand thumb rule, and we can observe that it will be equal to nothing but I cap. And same as like that, if you are going for I cap k cap cross I cap, it will be j cap. Now if you are going for j cap cross I cap, you can observe that according to right hand thumb rule, if you are going from y to x, then it will be along the negative direction of z axis, which can be represented by minus of k cap. Or you can write this k cap cross j cap will be equal to minus I cap, and this I cap cross k cap will be equal to minus j cap. You can easily remember this by using this diagram if you are having I, j and k. So if you are going in particular order, if you are going in this clockwise direction, if you are going for I cross j, you will get the answer as plus k, and if you are going for j cross k, we will get the answer as plus I, and if you are going for k cross I, we'll get the answer as plus j. But if you are moving in the opposite order, like if you are moving from I to k, means if you are going for I cross k, you will get minus j, and if you are going for k cross j, you will get minus I, and if you are going for j cross I, you will get minus k. Now discuss if these vectors a vector and b vector is given in terms of I, j, k component, then how we'll find out the value of a vector cross b vector. So if our aim is to find out the value of a vector cross b vector, what we'll do is we'll find out it by using the determinant method. You might be knowing it, or matrix method. That is, first we'll write this I, j, k. And if you like to find out the value of a vector cross b vector, first we have to write the component of a. And if you like to find out the value of b vector cross a vector, then we'll first write the component of b. Over here we are going to calculate the value of a vector cross b vector. So first we can write the component of a. That is, its x component is x1, y component is y1, and z component is z1. And the value of b, we can write it as x2, y2, and z2. Now we have to write it in this order. The value of a vector cross b vector, we know that it is a vector. So we need to find out the x component and y component and z component of this a cross b vector. So you can write this as I minus j plus k. You should always write in this order, I minus j plus k. Now if you are taking this I, or if you like to find out the I component, then we'll remove this column and row. Then first we need to multiply in this direction, that is y1 is z2. So we can write this is equal to nothing but y1 z2 minus, now we'll multiply these two, that is y2 z1. So we can write this is equal to or minus y2 z1. Same thing, if you like to find out the j component, what we'll do is we'll neglect these column and row. Means we'll neglect this column and row. We'll get remaining these four parts. Now first we'll go for in this direction, x1 z2. So we can write minus j into x1 z2 minus, we'll go for x2 z1. Now if you like to find out the k component, so we'll neglect this column and row, then we'll go for x1 y2. So we can write this is equal to x1 y2 minus x2 y1. So this one is the way we'll find out the value of a vector cross b vector. Now we already discussed that if two vectors are parallel, that means assume that if a vector and b vector are parallel, if a vector is parallel to b vector, then their cross product should be equal to 0. That means we can equate this to 0 if they are parallel. That means its x component should be equal to 0, its y component should be equal to 0, and z component should be equal to 0 only if they are parallel. So we can write if a vector is parallel to b vector, then we can say that its x component, which is y1 z2 minus y2 z1, should be equal to 0. That means this y1 z2 should be equal to y2 z1. So we can write this y1 divided by y2 should be equal to z1 divided by z2. Same as like that, we can write its y component should also be equal to 0. Over here the y component is x1 z2 minus x2 z1, that should be equal to 0. That means we can write x1 z2 should be equal to x2 z1, or you can write this x1 divided by x2 should be equal to z1 divided by z2. Consider that this is equation number 2 and equation number 1. So if you are comparing these two equations, we can say that if two vectors are parallel, their ratio of x component, means x1 by x2, will be equal to y1 by y2, that will be equal to z1 by z2. So in any question, if they are given that these two vectors are parallel, then the ratio of their x component or the y component, that should be equal to that of z component. So for the better understanding of this a cross b, we'll take a numerical example. Let's say a vector is represented as nothing but I cap plus 2j cap minus 3k cap, and b vector is 2i cap plus j cap plus 2k cap, and Rm is to find out the value of a vector cross b vector. So first we need to write this is I, j, k. Now if you like to find out the value of A vector cross B vector, first we can write the component of A, which is 1, 2 and minus 3. Now we can write the B component, which is 2, 1 and 2. Now we will write this A cross B is equal to I minus j plus k. Now if you are taking this I, so if you are taking this component I, then we'll eliminate this column and row. Then first we'll go for in this direction, that is 2 into 2, which will be equal to 4, minus, we'll go for 1 minus 3, we'll go for this 1 minus 3, which is equal to 1 into minus 3, which is equal to minus 3, so we can write minus of minus 3. Same as like that, if you are going for this j component, then we can write this column and this row is eliminated. Then first we'll go for 1 into 2 in this direction, so 1 into 2, which is equal to 2, minus, we'll go for this direction, which is 2 into minus 3, which is equal to minus 6. Like that, if you like to find out the k component, then we can eliminate this column and row. Then first we'll go for this direction, which is 1 into 1, minus this direction, which is 2 into 2. So we can write that is equal to nothing but 1 into 1, 1, minus 2 into 2, which is 4. So we can write our final answer, which will be equal to 4 minus minus 3, that is 4 plus 3, which is 7 I cap, minus 2 minus minus 6, that will be equal to 2 plus 6, 8, that is minus 8 j cap, and 1 minus 4, that is minus 3 k cap. So this will be our final A vector cross B vector. Hope so that you understood what is cross product. And if you are having a doubt, or if you'd like to interact with me on live classes, or if you want to write online tests for JEE Mains, Advanced, as well as for NEET, or if you want to solve more number of questions to improve your performance, please let me know. Don't forget to like this channel and subscribe this channel. Thank you.